Do you know which is the most important organ in the human body? Losing one lung will not affect your lifespan. Losing one kidney will not affect your life either. If you lose your uterus, it will not affect your lifespan, but it will deprive you of the right to give birth. Losing your tongue will not affect your lifespan, but you will no longer be able to express your emotions through words. Losing your eyes will not affect your life, but you will no longer be able to see this beautiful world. Losing your testicles, you can live 70 years. If you lose your nose, you can live 60 years. If you lose your tonsils, you can live 58 years. If you lose your large intestine, you can live 55 years. If you lose your ovaries, you can live 50 years. If you lose your spleen, you can live 7 years. If you lose your pancreas, you can live 6 years. If you lose your stomach, you can live 5 years. If you lose your urethra, you can live 4.5 years. If you lose your bone marrow, you can live 3 years. If you lose your thymus, you can live 2 years. If you lose your thyroid, you can live 60 days. If you lose your ureter, you can live 21 days. If you lose your rectum, you can live 24 days. If you lose your buttocks, you can live 18 days. If you lose both kidneys, you can live 14 days. If you lose your mouth, you can live 3 days. If you lose your liver, you can also live 3 days. If you lose your adrenal glands, you can live 48 hours. If you lose your hypothalamus, you can live 24 hours. If you lose your liver, you can live 22 hours. If you lose your lower limbs, you can live 20 hours. If you lose your heart, you can live 10 minutes. If you lose your skeleton, you can live 8 minutes. If you lose your bronchus, you can live 7 minutes. If you lose your brain, you can live 6 minutes. If you lose your spinal cord, you can live 5 minutes. If you lose your diaphragm, you can live 4 minutes. If you lose your throat, you can live 3 minutes. If you lose your trachea, you can also live 3 minutes. If you lose your lungs, you can live 2 minutes. If you lose your blood vessels, you can live 1 minute. If you lose your upper body, you can live 50 seconds. If you lose your skin, you can live 30 seconds. If you lose all of your organs, you will die immediately.